Alex, CARDINALE. Entertainment all day. Click, dive deep. Color on the screen runs free. Tropical fins, bright reef. Whole ocean.
I'm Alex CARDINALE, and I personally would like to welcome you to this presentation of the Alex CARDINALE Entertainment YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy this special live stream right here on A.C.E. A.C.E. We're talking carp all day. Every frame, every shade. Hit the string, hit the spotlight glow. Welcome into the greatest flow. Aqua Alex, CARDINALE on the mic. Let's go. Holy dreams, gold crowns in the glass front show. Speckled tails, little suns in a row. White, black, bright, red, swimming slow. Big scales flash when the bubbles blow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We be telling every story that you wanna know. Hey, 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 hey. It's the ultimate koi and goldfish show. Aqua Alex, talking carp. Watch the colors glow from the pond to the tank. See the legends grow. Yeah, the ultimate koi and goldfish show. Talking carp, here we go. Aqua Alex breaking down the flow. Every fin, every splash in the glow. It's the ultimate koi and goldfish show. Tiny crowns with the fancy tails, gentle giants in a ring of scales. Names and strains like a fairy tale, from backyard dreams to the big unveil. Tips and tricks how the champion shine. Story of the pond you've been trying to design. Aqua Alex giving goldfish time. Koi lines, deep dives all inside your mind. Oh yeah, hey, hey. He be telling every story that you wanna know. Hey, 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 hey. It's the ultimate koi and goldfish show. Aqua Alex, talking carp. Watch the colors glow from the pond to the tank. See the legends grow. Yeah, the ultimate koi and goldfish show. Hello everyone, and welcome to Talking Carp, the ultimate koi and goldfish show. I'm your host, Aqua Alex CARDINALE, and tonight on Talking Carp, it's all about Gin Rin Koi and Doitsu Koi. Now, Gin Rin Koi and Doitsu Koi are two epic varieties of koi, and they are extremely popular in the aquarium hobby and the pond industry. So here is tonight's agenda for this incredibly stacked episode of Talking Carp. I'm going to give you information all about Gin Rin and Doitsu Koi. We're going to learn the history of Gin Rin and Doitsu Koi. You're going to see photos and videos of Gin Rin and Doitsu Koi. Our featured koi tonight are going to be the lemon harwolk and the karasu black koi. Our featured goldfish will be the pearl scale goldfish and more. If you have any questions on koi, please post them in the chat. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this awesome show started. And I want to start with an awesome pond update that I am really excited to share with you. Now, the pond update I'm going to give you has some bad news to start off, but as I go through, I have some awesome news about my pond. All right, so let's start with my pond update. Recently, I suffered a few losses in my pond. Just this week, I lost my large Gin Rin Koi. I found him belly up and deceased. And I lost my orange butterfly koi, unfortunately. So it does happen. In the aquarium hobby, you're going to lose fish, and in the pond hobby, you're going to lose fish from time to time. it looked like a predator had gotten to my butterfly koi, and I'm not sure what happened with the Gin Rin Koi, but he wasn't showing healthy signs for a while. It looked like he was sick for a while, so I'm assuming he perished of some sort of illness. But all my other koi and fish are doing great. So this week I sadly lost a kuhaku and an orange butterfly koi. Now, I also added some shabumpkin goldfish because I'm a big fan of shabumpkin goldfish. I like their coloration, and I think they're a really cool, awesome fish. And I did order some new koi to replace the ones that perished. I have some Japanese bred kuhaku and sanki koi coming really, really soon. They'll be here next week, and I'll have a video up here on my YouTube channel to show them off to you. All right, now I have some exciting news for my pond update. My koi and my fish are living their last days in the 200-gallon stock pond because this coming Thursday, I'm going to be building their forever home, their fish mansion. The 1,100-gallon pond will be set up this Thursday, and all the koi and fish will be going in there to live their lives. So that pond is going to house up to 10 koi, 3 comets, a fuchsia pumpkin, 4 Oscars, 6 to 8 red oak silver dollars, and of course some Chinese banded sharks and other fish. I can't wait to have my 1,100-gallon pond up and running next week. Now, the 200-gallon stock tank for the time being will be used as a quarantine tank. Then it may be turned into either a peacock and half tank or a saltwater predatory pond. I was very excited to share that with you, so you guys are the first to know. Next weekend will be the weekend where I finally have my big pond up and running and filled with my awesome fish. So that is very, very exciting. I'm very happy to share that with all of you, my wonderful audience. All right. So now let's get to our pond tip for this episode of Talking Carp with Aqua Alex. And tonight's pond tip is going to be signs of a healthy koi. These following signs mean your koi is happy and healthy. A healthy koi is primarily distinguished by vigorous, alert behavior, a robust appetite, and vibrant, unblemished skin. Monitoring these visual and behavioral traits allows you to verify that your fish are thriving and that your pond environment is properly balanced. Behavioral signs: eager feeding, rushing enthusiastically to the surface during feeding times means they're happy and healthy. Active swimming, moving freely, smoothly, and confidently throughout all levels of the pond. Socializing, schooling actively and swimming together with other pond mates. Alert interactivity, swimming towards the edge or front of the pond when you approach. Relaxed resting, resting peacefully at the bottom only during nighttime or winter hibernation. Physical signs: vibrant colors, displaying intense bright coloration with a noticeable metallic or glossy shine. Proportional body shape, maintaining a rounded full middle profile without looking hollow behind the head. Clear eyes, keeping bright, perfectly clear eyes that show no cloudiness or swelling. Intact scales, showcasing smooth, clean skin completely free of sores, fuzz, or redness. Upright fins, holding fins straight and fully extended with a complete unrestricted range of motion. Steady breathing, exhibiting regular rhythmic gill movements rather than rapid or labored gasping. All right, so If you notice any of these warning signs that I'm about to give you, it often points to poor water quality, parasites, or underlying disease. Isolation, sitting completely alone away from the school or hiding near waterfalls. Flashing, turning sideways to rub or scratch their bodies against pond walls and rocks. Clamped fins, holding their fins tight and flat against their bodies. Surface gasping, hovering at the top to gulp air, which indicates low oxygen or gill damage. And physical blemishes, developing white spots, ulcers, visible veins, or heavy, cloudy mucus layer. So those following symptoms are warning signs pointing to poor water quality, parasites, or some sort of disease. To keep your fish happy and healthy and to keep them in peak condition, perform a weekly water chemistry check for ammonia, nitrites, and pH levels, as clean water is the foundation of koi health. And I always recommend to do a water change at least once or twice a month. And those are my pond tips for this episode of Talking Carp. Those are your signs of a happy and healthy koi. Well, tonight's topic here on Talking Carp is going to be on Gin Rin and Doitsu Koi. But we also have two featured koi. We have the Karasu Koi, which is an all-black koi, and we have the Lemon Harwick Koi. And our featured goldfish tonight will be the pearl scale goldfish. But right now it is time for our first featured koi, and this is actually a very unique koi. It is an all-black koi known as a Karasu. Here is our first featured koi, and then we'll talk about Gin Rin Koi.
It's time for our first featured koi. It's an all-black koi that's unique. Karasu koi, often called karasugoi, are striking jet-black fish that belong to the non-metallic kawarimono class of koi. The name karasu translates to crow or raven in Japanese, perfectly describing their deep, inky coloration that absorbs light rather than reflecting it. While brightly colored koi often steal the spotlight, a high-quality karasu is highly prized by collectors for bringing dramatic visual contrast, depth, and structural balance to a pond. Key characteristics and traits. Deep sumi black. True karasu koi feature a uniform matte black pigmentation that extends evenly over the head, body, scales, and eyes. Unlike common wild carp, magoi, which often look dark brown or bluish bronze, a premium karasu remains true, rich black. Hidden coloration. Because we view koi from above, a karasu looks completely monochromatic. However, if you look underneath, many feature white, yellow, orange, or vibrant red bellies. Color stability. While many koi patterns change or fade as they age, the black coloration of a high-quality karasu is exceptionally stable and rarely fades over time. However, minor brown camouflage tones can peek through if they are kept in white or light-colored quarantine tanks. Hardiness and size. Karasu are considered an old, robust lineage. They are notoriously vigorous eaters, grow quite quickly, and can reach impressive lengths of 24 to 30+ inches, while living for over 30 years. The Karasugoi lineage varieties. The solid black karasu is considered the genetic base or progenitor of an entire family of unique black and white patterned koi. Karasu, completely solid jet black from head to tail. Hajiro, a black koi with distinct white tips on its pectoral fins, and sometimes a white nose. Hageshiro, a black body accented by a completely white head and white-tipped pectoral fins. Yotsushiro, 4 whites, featuring a white head, white pectoral fins, a white dorsal fin, and a white tail. Matsukawa Bake, a fascinating scaled black and white koi whose pattern dynamic shifts and changes based on seasonal water temperatures. In Japanese culture and feng shui tradition, the karasu holds a special, revered status. They are widely kept as symbols of good luck, perseverance, and prosperity. Pond keepers traditionally believe that a black koi acts like a spiritual sponge, absorbing negative energy or malevolent vibes to protect the rest of the pond ecosystem and allow positive energy to thrive.
All right, that's our first featured koi. Still to come tonight, learn about the lemon harwake koi and the pearl scale goldfish. But our main topics tonight are Gin Rin Koi and Doitsu Koi. So right now, we're going to talk about Gin Rin Koi. What are Gin Rin Koi? Now, Gin Rin Koi, properly known as King Gin Rin, are widely celebrated for their brilliant, diamond-like sparkling scales that catch and reflect sunlight as they swim. The name Jinrin literally translates to silver scales in Japanese. The Jinrin Koi really is cool. There's an old music quote that goes, "All that glitters is gold," and that is what I think of Jinrin Koi. All that glitters is gold. I think Jinrin Koi are very, very beautiful. Shout out to Renee, who's in the house. Hey, Renee, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a great Friday evening, and thank you for spending part of your evening with me. All right. Crucially, Jinrin is a scale type, not an independent breed of koi. This spectacular glittering trait can be bred into almost any existing variety of koi, such as a Jinrin Kuhaku, or Jinrin Showa, or a Jinrin Ogon, transforming standard patterns into dazzling living jewels. The secret behind the sparkle: unlike metallic koi, a Karamono, which possess an overall smooth pearl-like body gleam, a Jinrin Koi features distinct, highly reflective individual scales that act like tiny mirrors. Interestingly, the color of the sparkle changes depending on the skin pigment beneath it. King, gold. The scales glisten with a golden light when they sit over red or orange, high pigments. Gin silver. The scales flash a bright silver color when they sit over white or black shumi pigments. Judges and breeders categorize Jinrin into 4 distinct scale patterns based on how they reflect: light diamond, Hiroshima Jin, the most popular show type. The reflective surface looks like a mini fan radiating lines outward from the scale's base, sparkling like cut diamonds. Beta Jin, the rarest and flashiest type. The entire surface of every single scale is completely solid reflective, creating a mirror blanket effect. Catogin, a subtle, elegant look where only the outer edges or margins of the scales carry the reflective sparkle. Pearl Gin, a unique variant where a raised bead-like center on each scale creates a rounded, luminescent reflection resembling miniature pearls. For a koi to be officially classified and judged as a true Jinrin in competitive exhibitions, it must meet specific physical criteria. The 3-row rule. The fish must feature at least 3 complete unbroken rows of sparkling scales running neatly from its shoulders down to the base of its tail. Neat alignment. The glitter scales must form straight parallel lines. Misaligned, patchy, or entirely missing scales heavily penalize a fish. The aging factor. The sparkling effect is most vibrant and dramatic in younger koi. As koi mature and grow quite large, their scales naturally thicken, which can cause the glitter intensity to soften or mildly fade. And that is what Gin Rin Koi are. They are very adorable and they are very cool looking koi, in my personal opinion. And I definitely want to have some Gin Rin Koi in my collection. I would love a nice Gin Rin Showa, Gin Rin Sanki, Gin Rin Kuhaku, and even a Gin Rin Ogan are awesome. All right, so here are some awesome images and videos of Gin Rin Koi. This is perhaps my favorite part of Talkin Carp because I get to show off some beautiful fish. So let's start with some images of the Gin Rin Koi. Here is a beautiful Gin Rin Goshiki. And I think the Goshiki is perhaps the best looking for a Gin Rin species. Look at that color. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love the Gin Rin Goshiki. Such an awesome looking koi. And then we have one of my all-time favorite koi, the Tancho. This is a Gin Rin Tancho. And as you can see, the white scales are sparkling. The beautiful round red mark on the head, that makes it a beautiful Tancho. Here we have a beautiful Gin Rin Kuhaku. Kuhaku are really awesome fish. I love Kuhaku. Even a Gin Rin Kuhaku is very beautiful. But this last koi I'm going to show you photo-wise is one of my dream koi. It's two of my favorite koi species, a Tancho and a Showa. Here is a beautiful Gin Rin Tancho Showa. Look how beautiful this fish is. It almost looks like an AI-generated fish, but it is a real fish. It is a Gin Rin Tancho Showa, a mix of my two favorite koi, Tancho and Showa. All right, now I've got some awesome videos of Gin Rin Koi that I am going to share with you. If I can get this image off the screen. What's happening here? All right, there we go. So now I've got some awesome videos of Gin Rin Koi that I am going to share with you. Here is our first Gin Rin Koi. It is a very beautiful Gin Rin Showa. Let's get ready to celebrate a Beagle Queen's birthday on the next Saturday with Dallas Cardinale.
いや、頭とか鯉の体にフラッシュ入ってる。これは取ってね。すぐ札を外に出たってある。
And that was a beautiful Gin Rin Showa. Here is a batch of juvenile Gin Rin Koi. And yes, even butterfly koi can be Gin Rin. Here's a beautiful Gin Rin butterfly koi. And our last video is going to show a beautiful Gin Rin Oshiba. All right, that is an awesome looking fish. That is a beautiful Gin Rin Koi. Well, coming up next, we're going to learn about the history of Gin Rin Koi. But right now, I want to remind all of my amazing viewers that we have a very special week coming up. A week from this Sunday, it kicks off. It will be Amazonian Week, where I'll be dedicating an entire week of live streams to the Amazon River and rainforest, and it kicks off a week from Sunday. June 21st, we'll talk about the Amazon River and rainforest, and then we'll talk about fish species that comes from the Amazon River, jaguars, anaconda. We'll have a featured episode of On the Case where we talk about Amazonian crimes, Amazonian tragedies, and then Amazonian Saturday, and it all concludes with epic and creepy Amazonian animals on Sunday, June 28th. So don't miss Amazonian Week right here on Alice Cardinale Entertainment, youtube.com/Alice Cardinale 2026. But here is a quick promo telling you about Amazonian Week, and when we come back, we'll talk about the history of Gin Rin Koi. Alex Cardinale here, and it's no secret, I love the Amazon rainforest and the animals that live there. As a matter of fact, 90% of the fish that I keep come from the Amazon River and South America. So, I hereby announce the Alice Cardinale Entertainment is thrilled to announce the inaugural Amazonian Week, a captivating series of live streams and videos dedicated to celebrating and raising awareness about the Amazon rainforest. From Monday, June 22nd to Sunday, June 28th, 2026, join me for an immersive journey into the heart of the world's largest rainforest. I am proud to announce that in June, I will be hosting an entire week of live streams and videos dedicated to the Amazon River in South America. This will be a yearly event to raise awareness for the largest rainforest in the world, the people that live there, and of course, educate about the different animal species that call the Amazon home. Event highlights: Amazonian Saturday with Alice Cardinale. On Saturday, June 27th, 2026, enjoy Amazonian Saturday with Alice Cardinale. This special day will feature interactive content such as 3 rounds of 2 Truths and a Lie centered around the Amazon rainforest and South America. The day's segments will delve into the fascinating world of Amazonian animals, Amazonian fish, and more. Here is the weekly schedule for the very first Amazonian week. Monday, June 22nd, aquatic wetline with Aqua Alex, Amazonian fish. Tuesday, June 23rd, jaguars with me, Alex Cardinale. Wednesday, June 24th, we'll learn about anacondas. Thursday, June 25th, Detective Alice Cardinale will talk about crimes that took place in the Amazon rainforest and South America. Friday, June 26th, it'll be an episode of Turning Point, and we'll talk about some tragedies that took place in the Amazon. And Saturday, June 27th, will be Amazonian Saturday with Alice Cardinale. And it all concludes on Sunday, June 28th, with Dolphins with Alice Cardinale. Don't miss Amazonian Week taking place Monday, June 22nd through Sunday, June 28th, right here on the Alice Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel, ACE. All right, now let's learn about the history of Gin Rin Koi. The history of Gin Rin Koi is a captivating story of a natural genetic mutation that breeders carefully preserved and refined into a global phenomenon. The discovery, 1920s. The origin of the Gin Rin trait traces back to the early 20th century in Japan. The Wild Catch. Around 1920 to 1929, a prominent Japanese koi breeder named Mr. Isaburo Hashimi encountered a local fisherman who had captured a wild dark carp, magoi. The mutation, unlike a normal carp, this specific fish had a rare genetic scale deformity along its back that caused the sunlight and that caught the sunlight and sparkled like scattered diamonds. Early naming. Fascinated by the light reflecting property, Mr. Oshono purchased the fish to use as a foundation stock. He initially coined the style Jinjoki, while others referred to the reflective scales as DIA, short for diamond. Fixing the trait, 1930s to 1940s. Breeding the glitter effect across generations proved to be an immense challenge. Collaborative efforts. Breeders in both the Hiroshima and Nagata regions spent decades line breeding the offspring of Hashimi's original fish. Spreading the sparkle. The goal was to take a trait that originally only appeared on a few random scales along the back and expand it so it covered the entire body in neat parallel rolls. Survival through World War II. Like most koi lineages, the developing Gin Rin bloodlines were nearly wiped out during World War II when food shortages forced the military to claim domestic ponds. Dedicated hobbyists managed to keep core broodstock alive by hiding them in secluded Shinto temple ponds. The Golden Era and Modern Refinement, 1950s. Following the war, koi breeding experienced a massive renaissance, and the sparkling trait was officially perfected. The first Gin Rin Koi. Around 1950s, breeders successfully crossed the glittering trait onto a red and white kuhaku, creating the first premium Kin Gin Rin Kuhaku. And we all know the koi hobby starts and ends with kuhaku. These first crossbreeds were so mesmerizing that they commanded astronomical prices, some selling up to $30,000 at the time. Now, thankfully, Gin Rin Kuhaku prices have come all the way down, but Gin Rin Kuhaku first started in 1950 and are one of the most popular Gin Rin varieties. Classification. By the mid-1950s, the haphazard sparkle had been tightly engineered into the four distinct, stable scalation subtypes recognized today. All right. Hiroshima, Diamond, Beta, Kato, and Pearl. The name finalized. The terminology shifted permanently to Kin Gin Rin, although in America we just use Gin Rin. Kin Gold for the glitter over red pigments, and Gin Silver for the glitter over white and black skin. Today, what started as a single mutated wild carp has been successfully integrated into virtually every known variety of koi, from solid blacks to multicolored showstoppers. And that is the incredible history of the Gin Rin Koi. Gin Rin Koi are certainly awesome. One of my favorite types, or one of my favorite varieties of koi. Renee says, I've always enjoyed your videos on fish and their care. I watched your video on black piranhas a few days ago. Thank you very much, sir. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much for leaving some kind words. It means a lot. And I definitely have a lot of fun talking about fish. Hopefully my passion for fish shows through in my videos, but I definitely love fish. Thank you so much for being an amazing viewer. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Right now, we're going to learn about our second featured koi, Earlier on in the show, we learned about the Karasu Koi, which is an all-black koi. And now we're going to learn about one of my favorite kois, which can also be a Gin Rin or a Doitsu, and that is the beautiful Lemon Harwolk Koi.
Now it's time for our next featured koi, one of Aqua Alex's favorites, the Lemon Hariwake Koi. Lemon Hariwake Koi are highly sought after, two-colored metallic fish known for their radiant, sunny appearance. They belong to the Hikari Moyomono show class, a category dedicated to koi that feature a metallic base coat adorned with a contrasting pattern. A high-quality lemon hariwake is prized by pond keepers because its highly reflective, lustrous skin practically glows in dark or deep pond water. Key characteristics and visual traits. The color contrast. The true defining trait is a crisp, bright metallic yellow lemon pattern sitting beautifully over a solid, lustrous platinum white base. High hikari, metallic sheen. For a hariwake to be high quality, its metallic sheen must be uniform, smooth, and evenly spread across the entire body, head, and fins. It should look like polished metal rather than standard scales. Clean face. The head of a premium lemon hariwake should be clean, clear, and free of any random, messy blemishes or stray yellow spots. Balanced key, yellow. A lemon yellow patterns should have defined, sharp edges, known as kiwa, and should be evenly balanced down both sides of the fish's body rather than clumped on one side. Scaled versus doitsu varieties. When shopping for a lemon hariwake, you will encounter two very distinct physical variations. Wagoi, scaled. These possess a full coat of metallic scales. The yellow pattern typically aligns perfectly along the scale borders, creating a beautifully uniform, grid-like geometric texture. Doitsu, scaleless. This variation is arguably the most popular and striking type of lemon hariwake. Because the fish is mostly smooth and scaleless, save for a neat row of large mirror-like accent scales along the dorsal line, the yellow pattern looks incredibly vibrant, resembling smooth porcelain or glass paint poured over platinum. Distinction from similar koi. Because metallic yellow and white koi share similar traits, they are often misidentified by beginners. Kujaku. A kujaku has a very similar metallic white and yellow layout, but it features a dark, pine cone-like matting pattern inside its scales. A hariwake's scales are completely clear of dark center spots. Yamabuki Obon. A yamabuki is a solid, completely unpatterned, metallic yellow koi. A lemon hariwake must always feature a distinct white and yellow pattern separation.
And that is the beautiful Lemon Harwolk Koi. They're definitely a show-stopping koi. All right, it is now time for our final topic on Gin Rin before we transition over to Doitsu Koi. We're going to talk about what makes Gin Rin Koi so popular. Well, Gin Rin Koi owe their massive global popularity to a unique combination of visual dominance, high value retention, and sheer crowd appeal. While traditional koi varieties require a trained eye to appreciate subtle pattern nuances, a Gin Rin Koi instantly captivates anyone who looks at a pond. Unmatched visual dominance in deep water. The glint factor. Traditional koi colors can easily get lost or muted when swimming deep in a pond, especially on cloudy days or in slightly murky water. Sunlight reflectivity. The highly reflective mirror-like scales of a Gin Rin catch even the smallest amount of light, flashing brightly and brilliantly as the fish twists and turns. This creates a mesmerizing, glinting effect that remains highly visible at any pond depth. The living jewel effect. Dynamic aesthetics. Unlike metallic koi, Ogon, which possess a uniform Satan-like sheet glow, Gin Rin scales sparkle individually like real diamonds or sequins. Two-tone sparkle. Because the sparkle changes color based on the underlying skin pigment, flashing gold tin over red patterns and silver gin over white or black patterns, the fish look like a moving piece of high-end jewelry. Infinite variety, the add-on trait, no variety restrictions. Because Gin Rin is a genetic scale mutation rather than an isolated breed, it can be paired with literally any koi variety. Elevating classics. A hobbyist who loves the classic red and white kuhaku, the dark karasu, or the sunny lemon harwo can find a Gin Rin version of that exact fish, making it easy to add a spectacular twist to a preferred aesthetic style. High crowd appeal and wow factor, the ultimate conversation starter. While serious collectors spend hours analyzing the crispness of a traditional pattern, non-hobbyists, guests, and children are universally drawn to a fish that sparkles. They bring instant wow factor and energy to residential and commercial ponds alike. Prestige and competitive value. Major koi exhibitions feature dedicated, highly competitive Gin Rin show classes. Breeding a fish with perfectly straight pale rows of unbroken glitter is incredibly difficult. Owning a high-grade mature Gin Rin carries significant prestige among hobbyists because it represents a top-tier genetic refinement. And that is why Gin Rin Koi are extremely popular. Well, coming up next, we're going to talk about the Doitsu Koi, the second koi variety of tonight's show. But first, I am proud to introduce a new partner and a new sponsor for Talkin Carp. If you're located in South Florida and you have a koi pond that needs cleaning, Sensational Pool Systems LLC will be happy to help you clean your pond. And they'll also provide awesome koi to you through All American Koi. Here is a quick word about Sensational Pool Systems LLC. If you live in Florida, this will be very beneficial for you.
Is your pool looking a little green around the gills? Or maybe your pond needs a little pick-me-up. Look no further than Sensational Pool Systems LLC, your local experts in pool and pond services. Based right here in sunny South Florida, we're a veteran-owned business committed to customer satisfaction above all else. From transforming your pool from green to pristine with our professional cleaning services starting at just $100 a month, to handling all your repair and installation needs, we've got you covered. Our comprehensive pond services include cleanings, maintenance, and more. Plus, we offer koi and goldfish upon request to bring your pond to life. We proudly serve West Palm Beach, Jupiter, Royal Palm, Riviera, Boynton Beach, Lake Worth, and beyond. Ready to dive into a sensational experience? Contact us today at 561-785-9561 or sensationalpoolsystemsllc@gmail.com. Your dream pool or pond is just a call away. Sensational Pool Systems LLC, making your water sensational.
All right, what are Doitsu Koi? Well, Doitsu Koi are a highly popular category of koi characterized by having smooth, mostly scaleless bodies or carrying only a few oversized mirror-like accent scales. The term Doitsu is the Japanese word for German, which directly references the heritage of these unique fish. Instead of the neat uniform grid of armor scales found on traditional scaled koi, Doitsu Koi offer a stark, smooth visual appearance that makes their colors look incredibly sharp, bold, and intense. In 1904, a Japanese researcher named Kishigori Akimoto cross native Japanese colored carp with German Mara carp and leather carp. The purpose: the German carp had been originally bred in Europe to be scaleless so that they would be much quicker and easier to clean and prepare for cooking. The result: instead of a food fish, the crossbreed introduced a permanent new aesthetic lineage to the ornamental koi world, allowing breeders to display patterns without scale lines breaking up the colors. The two main scale variations in the hobby: a Doitsu Koi will generally fall into one of two specific scale arrangements. There is the Mara, or also known as the Kagami scale. The fish is completely smooth except for one neat row of large, oversized scales running tightly along both sides of the dorsal fin, the spine, and sometimes a single row running horizontally along the lateral line, the flanks. And there's also the leather Kawa scale, the most extreme version. The fish is completely scaleless, resembling smooth leather or soft porcelain skin. Why hobbyists love Doitsu Koi: paint-like colors. Because there are no individual scale pockets to break up the pigmentation, the colors on a Doitsu look like solid, thick paint or glass glaze poured over the fish. Crisp pattern edges. The boundaries between colors, the kaiwa, appear exceptionally sharp, clean, and distinct compared to scaled fish. They are very easy to evaluate from above because their patterns are highly defined and do not shift or pixelate as the fish grows larger. When choosing or judging a Doitsu Koi, scale symmetry is absolutely critical. The messy scale fault: if the large dorsal scales are crooked, missing patches, or randomly scattered sideways across the body, the fish is considered low quality. Perfect alignment: the mirror scales must form a perfectly straight, unbroken zipper-like line down the spine to hold high volume. And that is what Doitsu Koi are. Now we're going to take a look at what awesome Doitsu Koi look like. And yes, I am under the belief that Doitsu Koi are like a piece of artwork. They're definitely gorgeous. Here is a beautiful Doitsu Kai Atsuri. Look how beautiful that is. That's a beautiful koi. Cool patterns as well. I don't think you can go wrong with a Doitsu Koi. Here is some other Doitsu Koi varieties. There is a Doitsu Showa, the first one. I'm not sure what the second koi is, but that's a Doitsu. And then the third picture is a Doitsu Lemon Harwoke. Very, very beautiful. I think Doitsu Koi are awesome looking in my personal opinion. And now we're going to take a look at some Doitsu Koi videos. All right, let's see here if I can find it. So here is a beautiful Doitsu Showa. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I don't know why the video is not playing. All right, and now here is a beautiful Doitsu Kuhaku Koi. Why is the video not playing? And that was a beautiful Doitsu Koi. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about the history of Doitsu Koi. Doitsu Koi have a big history, and we're also going to feature the pearl scale goldfish. But right now, I want to invite you guys to my flagship program, Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Now, tomorrow night on Saturday with Alex Cardinale, we're going to be celebrating my Beagle Queen, Brandy's 10th birthday. Tomorrow, you'll get facts on beagles. You'll learn about Brandy. You'll meet Brandy and more. Later on in the show, I'll have more information on tomorrow's episode. But here is a quick commercial for my flagship program, Saturday with Alex Cardinale. And when I come back, we'll learn about the pearl scale goldfish and history on the Doitsu Koi.
Tune in to Saturday with Alex Cardinale, your weekend entertainment and educational talk show, airing every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, on YouTube channel Alex Cardinale Entertainment, youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026. Join us for an exciting weekend experience with Saturday with Alex Cardinale, where entertainment meets education in the most fun way possible. Since its debut in 2022, the show has been a hub of excitement, blending Alex's diverse passions into one spectacular program. What to expect? Tropical fish adventures. Dive deep into the world of aquatics with Aqua Alex Cardinale as your guide. Culinary delights. Get inspired in the kitchen with unique cooking tips and recipes from Chef Alex Cardinale. WWE Insights. Stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of wrestling. Sports passion. Cheer along with Alex's favorite teams, the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mystery unraveled. Join Detective Alex Cardinale for thrilling investigations. Saturday Buzzer. Alex has 5 minutes to discuss a topic. If he succeeds, viewers must do a favor for Alex. If he fails, he must pay the piper. Hot Take. Alex's take on popular or controversial topics. And so much more. Special appearances by Chef Alex Cardinale, bringing you culinary wonders. Aqua Alex Cardinale, your aquatic expert. Detective Alex Cardinale, solving the mysteries that intrigue you. Get involved. Host your own segment. Have a passion or talent you want to share on the show? Email us at alexgoyankeescardinale19@gmail.com to become a part of the Saturday with Alex Cardinale family. Join us every Saturday for a blend of entertainment, learning, and fun with Alex Cardinale. Don't miss out on this vibrant weekend adventure every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
All right, and now it's time to learn about the pearl scale goldfish.
Now, it's our final featured pond fish. This time, the pearl scale goldfish. Pearl scale goldfish, often called ping pong pearl scales or golf ball goldfish, are a unique variety of fancy goldfish instantly recognized by their extremely round, spherical bodies and distinctive bead-like scales. Originating in China and heavily developed in England during the 20th century, they are highly favored by enthusiasts looking for a charming, slower-paced fish for a dedicated indoor tank. The magical pearl scales. The pearl scale is the only goldfish variety to feature a completely different scale structure. The texture. Each individual scale features a hard, raised, domed area right in the center. The composition. These domes are caused by calcium carbonate deposits. They give the fish a translucent, reflective, pearl-like texture that shimmers in the light. Scale loss note. If an injured pearl scale accidentally knocks a scale loose, the replacement scale will grow back flat like a normal goldfish scale, losing its signature pearly bump. Physical characteristics and size. Body shape. They possess a highly compressed, egg-shaped body profile, where the depth of the body is at least 2/3 of its total length. Younger fish resemble golf balls, while large, mature adults can reach the size of a large orange, around 4 to 8+ inches. Fin arrangement. They have a single dorsal fin along their back, paired analytical pectoral fins, and a divided twin-tail caudal fin that is typically held horizontally. Colors. They display a vast array of vibrant variations, including solid orange, red and white, calico, chocolate, and matte black. The crown variant, a popular subtype known as the crown pearl scale or hamanashiki, features the same golf ball body but develops a rounded, fluid-filled bubble or hood on top of its head, similar to an aranda. Special care and structural weaknesses. Because of their extreme selective breeding, pearl scales require a thoughtful care routine and are best suited for indoor aquariums rather than outdoor ponds. Poor swimming ability. Their round shapes and short fins make them incredibly slow, clumsy swimmers. They must be kept in low-flow tanks with gentle filtration so they do not exhaust themselves fighting a current. Swim bladder and buoyancy issues. Because their body cavity is compressed into a tight sphere, their internal organs, including the swim bladder, are heavily crowded. This makes them highly susceptible to flipping upside down or struggling to sink. Strict dietary needs. To avoid dangerous internal bloating and cramping, they should never be fed dry flakes or floating pellets that expand inside the gut. Instead, they need high-quality sinking pellets that are thoroughly pre-soaked in water before feeding, alongside soft veggies and frozen foods. Delicate tank setup. Sharp plastic plants, jagged rocks, or narrow decorations can easily tear their protruding scales off. Keep tank decor perfectly smooth and spacious. Compatible tank mates. They should never be housed with fast-moving, single-tail fish like comets or shabunkins, which will steal all the food and accidentally bump into them. They should only live with other slow, docile, fancy goldfish, like black moors or other pearl scales.
And that was our featured goldfish species for this episode of Talking Carp. All right, right now it is time for our Aqua Alex featured pond food. And this week we're going to keep it nice and simple for you. We're going to talk about non-fish food, foods that are not fish-related but human food that you can give to your koi and goldfish for treats. So that would include things like fresh vegetables and fruits. Watermelon is great for your koi and goldfish. Oranges and grapefruits, make sure you cut them in half and float them flesh side down. The vitamin C boosts their immune systems and skin health. You can feed them de-shelled peas, frozen peas thawed in warm water with the outer skins pinched off. This is an excellent remedy for fish that might have swim bladder disease or bloating issues. Lettuce and spinach is also a good option. But you can also feed them raw market shrimp, raw tilapia. You can also feed them high protein treats like dried mealworms and crickets. And obviously, they will love earthworms. Those are some awesome treats that you can feed your pond fish, like your koi and goldfish. Well, coming up next, it is our main event. And in our main event, we're going to learn what makes Doitsu Koi so popular. Get ready to learn about what makes Doitsu Koi so popular in just a second. But before we get to our main event, here is what you can expect tomorrow on Saturday with Brandy and Alex Cardinale.
Celebrate Brandy the Beagle Cardinale's 10th birthday. Join us for a positively fun celebration as we honor the one and only Brandy the Beagle Cardinale on her 10th birthday. Event details. Date: Saturday, June 13th, 2026. Time: 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. Where? Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. What to expect? Meet Brandy the Beagle, Get to know the birthday queen herself. Brandy's journey. Watch how Brandy has evolved from a tiny 8-week-old pup to the fabulous 10-year-old beagle she is today. All about Brandy. Discover fun facts and stories about Brandy's life and personality. Beagle Fun Facts. Learn some interesting facts about beagles, including their history and characteristics. Game time. Play 2 truths and a lie, focusing on beagles and the beloved Snoopy. And so much more. Don't miss out on this tail-wagging celebration. Subscribe to the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel and set a reminder for this special live event. Let's make Brandy's birthday a howling success.
Let's get ready to celebrate a Beagle Queen's birthday on the next Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Live this Saturday, June 13th, 2026, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. It is Saturday with Brandy and Alex Cardinale, where we'll be celebrating Brandy's 10th birthday. It is going to be an awesome episode of Saturday with Alex Cardinale, featuring facts on beagles, get to know Brandy, meet Brandy, and also the Saturday Buzzer will be on fun activities to do with beagles. Hot Take will be on greatest WWE tag teams. Plus, True Crime will focus on a car crash that resulted in a murder. All that and more live this Saturday, June 13th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's a special Saturday with Brandy and Alex Cardinale right here on Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. All right now it is time for our main event, and now we're going to learn why Doitsu Koi are popular. Doitsu Koi owe their massive popularity to their unparalleled color intensity, striking pattern definition, and unique aesthetic contrast. While traditional scaled koi are admired for their classic armor-like look, Doitsu Koi offer a sleek, ultra-modern alternative that instantly grabs attention in any pond. Liquid-like color intensity, no scale distortions. On a traditional scaled koi, skin pigments are broken up by individual scale pockets and borders. This can sometimes make colors look slightly pixelated or textured. The lacquer effect. Because a Doitsu Koi has smooth, leather-like skin, its colors appear completely solid and unbroken. The red, blacks, and yellows look like thick, vibrant paint or a rich lacquer glaze poured over the fish, giving them a depth of color that scaled koi rarely achieve. Razor-sharp pattern borders. The kiwi advantage. In koi judging, kaiwa refers to the sharpness of the trailing edges where one color meets another. Perfect definition. On scaled koi, color lines naturally follow the jug edges of the scales. On a Doitsu Koi, there are no scales to dictate the boundary lines. This allows the colors to separate with razor-sharp, graphic precision, making the patterns look like crisp, high-definition artwork. Dramatic geometric contrast, the zipper aesthetic. The mirror scale variation features a single row of oversized reflective scales running down its spine against a smooth Métis body. Visual frame. This unique scale pattern acts like a beautiful geometric frame or zipper that perfectly accentuates the fish's spine and movement, offering a stark structural contrast that you don't get with any other type of koi. So basically, Doitsu Koi are extremely popular because of their bright paint-like colors. They're definitely beautiful. Well, that is this episode of Talking Carp. I hope you enjoyed learning about Gin Rin and Doitsu Koi. I'm definitely going to have some Gin Rin and Doitsu Koi in my koi pond because they're definitely awesome. Well, koi lovers and pond lovers and fish keepers alike, I want to thank you for watching this episode of Talking Carp. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Do you want more koi and goldfish coverage? Head on over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026, and check out the Talking Carp playlist. And there you can watch all my previous episodes on koi and goldfish. Do you want more fish chat, such as tropical fish chat? Well, head on over to youtube.com/Alex Cardinale 2026 and check out Aquatic Wetline playlist and all my other fish shows as well. Thank you, Renee. I definitely agree with you. It was a great live stream. I definitely agree with that. Well, fish keepers, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please smash that like button and please share this video on social media. On our next episode of Talking Carp, we're going to compare Japanese koi versus domestic koi. So get ready to learn about Japanese koi and domestic koi. Happy koi and pond keeping, everyone, and have a great weekend. Thank you for watching Talking Carp, the ultimate koi and goldfish show. I'm Aqua Alex, and good night from Port St. Lucie. I, Alex Cardinale, would like to say thank you for watching this live stream on the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. I personally hope you enjoyed the live stream and the video. If you did enjoy the live stream, please smash that like button and please share this video on social media so that your friends and family can enjoy it as well. If you are a first-time viewer or new to my YouTube channel, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and ding the notification bell for notifications when I go live next or when I upload a video. I highly recommend subscribing so you're a member of the ACE community. Thank you for watching ACE.